What is up, everyone? Today we have a EBZ8500, or it could be a 8550. I think it's an 8500 though. That is having some problems. The owner said that the throttle was not working and he doesn't understand why. Well, I decided to go ahead and take a quick look at it, and I think I discovered the problem. This is usually where you can tell. It's a couple, oh, here we go, 8500. Problem, minus having foliage all around it, is the handle. There we go. So inside here, when you move this lever, it should be actuating a cable. That cable. It's not. Well, hold on there. Over 90% of you, according to YouTube, are not currently subscribed. You're watching this video, but you're currently not subscribed. So I'm going to welcome you to subscribe at the end if this helped you out. I work on a lot of machines, so maybe the machine you're watching is going to be something you own, but who knows? Maybe you own a generator, a pressure washer, a big mower, a chainsaw, a variety of things. The only way to know if I'm going to fix it in the future is by subscribing, and maybe I get to the one that you own and can help you out then too. So I welcome you to subscribe, put a thumbs up if it does help you out. Back to your normal video. I'm moving it right now. Haven't stopped. Nothing's happening. So that tells me that there's something wrong. And when looking at this, that usually means that the cable got rusted somehow or something or whatnot, and you pulled on it too hard, broke the plastic piece inside. Happens all the time. I've seen it probably a dozen times, which is why I keep not one, but two of these now on hand, because you would not be surprised how often someone has this happen to them, and just to then go to their backup machine to break that one as well. We are going to get this replaced. I have not taken a single look at anything else, and that was really on there. That's fuel. I don't know how good it is. Take a sniff test. It's not the newest gasoline, but it's not the oldest either. The fuel is priming, so I don't know if you really need a carb cleaning. Hopefully not. I think the majority of our issue is going to be the cable. Now, in order to replace this handle, it is going to be easier for us to remove this tubing, and also, when we get down to it, a carburetor. Now, this is something that I've seen dozens of times. The choke handle is now broken. Pretty sure when you buy these, it comes pre-broken. He didn't say anything about that, but if I have another one, I might try to replace it and take a look for that right now, actually. I have removed the tubing, and now we're gonna kind of get to work on the handle. So the handle's pretty easy. Right here are some screws. I think they're a T25. I don't know, the last number on my bit's worn off. These are Loctited in place, so cover your ears. Just gonna give you a moment. It's gonna be loud. Okay, I gave you fair and proper warning. See? Loctited. It's removable, of course, but it still makes a loud noise. With that, you have removed the mounting of the handle. You still actually have to remove all the connections, which we will do next, but the majority of the work is already done. I'm going to remove the carburetor. Well, not remove, I'm just going to take the plate off right here, and then this whole thing comes off. When you do that, the carburetor becomes loose. The reason why you need that is this is the throttle cable. There's not a whole lot of room to slide this out, and this probably goes in probably like right about there. maybe, no, no, don't really know, but it goes in pretty decent amount, and you can't take it off. So we can go ahead and get that removed, and we'll get to work. I didn't exactly go to plan. Well, kind of. The plan. Okay, side moment. You see the weather outside? Try not to show exactly my neighbor's house, and I needed to put my trash cans away. Garbage man came a few hours ago, but you see the outside. I'm filming this in the middle of January. This morning we had snow a little bit. Snowing didn't really stick, maybe a little bit. Then it turned into rain. It's raining right now. It's a little hard to tell because it's almost sunny outside. It was 31 degrees this morning. It is now 59 degrees. And it goes from rainy, snow, cloudy, strong wind, pleasant day, all within the last few hours. I'm telling you, we're getting all 4 seasons. And half the reason why I'm doing this now is because I want to work in the March type of time of day. Anyway, so that's the Pacific Northwest for you. Okay. The gasket didn't exactly come off cleanly. I was hoping it would, but it's not. I'll have to replace that. I do carry spares though, so no worries. The part that can be a little annoying is this little clip. Sometimes it comes right off, and other times it really gives you a fight. Hopefully today is not the fight day. Yeah, it's the fight day. Oh, there we go. Of course, it came off camera. But now that is done, you probably can't see a single thing. I'm sure this camera just does not like to zoom in close. But we are now going to do that. This should just slide out. It's not wanting to. It slid out just fine. It was just because I was using one hand. But oh look, it's sunny. Anyway, so this cable, while maybe good, is kind of a problem. I don't know, but there is something to note. This is a little bracket, or a little, I don't know, mine's blanking right now, but it screws in right here. It captures the kill wires. Now these go on one way, red to red, black to black, because we had to mess it up. In addition to being color coded, so if you're, color blind, they both have, well, they both don't have the same end. One is male, one is female. Pretty easy. Now that's disconnected, this whole thing just comes right off. Now stay tuned. I do have a couple tips on getting these that are going to be a little bit different than your normal idea of how to obtain them. But let's go ahead and continue. So now that we have that done, we are going to want to get the new one. I'm just going to screw it on, and then I'll bring it back. I'm going to connect the wires and everything, but we'll bring it back to like the carb part of it. To install the cable is really not that difficult. You just have to shove it in. And then down here, you just simply push it in like so. Get that little plastic piece that kind of holds it in place, encapsulates it, whatever you want to call it, and there you go. Now, the problem you will have to want to make sure that you don't have happening is you want to make sure that you're getting full travel. It does not look like I am. See how it doesn't really touch idle? This is the problem with this right here. I need to go ahead and loosen that, and then basically the whole thing just kind of screws into place, and the more you push this over, the more cable can be used. And yeah, just to make sure everyone knows, I did find a new gasket. Now here's the thing about this gasket. You see this little hole? That hole's important. If your gasket does not have the little hole, you see I have 2 of them, so it could go either way, it doesn't matter. But if yours only has 1, you have to make sure the hole is not blocked. If it is, this will not run. If it did run, maybe it would run for 10-15 seconds after you primed it, and that's it. Then it would die. So make sure, if you recently had work done or you recently did your work and you're having problems, check to make sure your gasket is on correctly. That might be your problem. And this is what I mean. See how that gap is going. I loosened, so this retaining nut was pretty much flush with the actual body here. This slips over, but now look, the cable is in the center. It's touching the adjustment for the idle, and potentially you could even go a little bit more if we need to. I don't think so, but we could. So I'm going to button this up, put it back together, and we'll see if it runs. But at the very least, look at this. Cable issue be gone. I would hope that replacing everything be self-explanatory to fix it, but just in case it wasn't, it looks like it fixed it. It is now done. So put everything back together. Everything looks like it's good to go. I'm going to give it a few primes because why not? And we'll give it a pull, and hopefully everything starts and shuts off. If not, we know that the cable works and we fixed the main problem. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas. I also replaced the choke lever. Check that video out if you don't know how to do it. Wow, this thing has a lot of compression. As you can tell, it works. So we are good to go. Pretty simple little process. Not a whole lot to say about it. If you like what you see, though, keep watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, SmallEngine101, and definitely leave a comment if you have any questions. I think I explained it pretty well, but as a reference point, I did put that little clip on for the cable, so it's nice and secure. What I was doing on the car was just adjusting the idle screw. It was pretty far out. I just made sure that it wouldn't die. We went all the way down at throttle, and that's it. Okay, well, I guess that's about it. See you on the next video. Have a good night.